Hey guys, hello and welcome to the team USMLE Sarthi. My name is Dr. Saurabh. I have passed the USMLE Step 1 and OET and currently I am preparing for the USMLE Step 2 CK and I'll be applying for the next math season. In this video, we are covering all the tips and tricks that you should know about UWorld. In this video, we'll cover various aspects of the UWorld like when to buy the UWorld, how to attempt the UWorld, how much time should you dedicate, the subscription and all those stuff. Okay, so whether you are taking the step 1, whether you are taking the step 2 CK, this question must be in your mind, like, about the UWorld, because UWorld is the cornerstone for USMLE preparation, and I'll be happy to address some of the questions which we have been getting recently. So this video is particularly addressed to those who are preparing for the step 1 and will make a separate video for those who are preparing for the step 2 CK. Now, the first thing that I want to address about the UWorld is when to buy the UWorld, because this is a big question, like whether I should buy the UWorld on day first or whether I should buy it after a month of starting my preparation. When should I buy it? So the answer to that question is, first you do 3-4 systems, okay? Because there is no fun of buying the UWorld before doing the theory, because ultimately if you are preparing for your step 1, you need to know the theory first before jumping to the UWorld. So my recommendation would be just cover cardio, endo, hemat and gastro. So you are done with your 4 systems. Now you can comfortably buy the UWorld, because if you buy the UWorld now, you will have a huge substance, or I can say huge work to do from the UWorld. Let's say you start doing cardio from the UWorld. Now you have already done the theory part and you can easily go to the questions from the UWorld. So when you are done with cardio, by that next time you do endo. Side by side your theory is going on and side by side you are doing the UWorld questions. So this would be a great idea. It would make sure that your UWorld is not wasted, like your subscription is not wasted, because it is costly. So this is the idea behind buying the UWorld. When should you buy the UWorld? Like, it's not mandatory that you do gastro, endo, hemonc, or and cardio. You can start from general stuff, like you have done biochemistry, you have done immuno, then you can buy the UWorld. So the idea is, like, you should have a substance to attempt from the UWorld, only then you should buy the UWorld. The second question is about the subscription, because there are various subscription options like 3-month subscription, 6-month subscription, even 12-month subscription. So which subscription should we buy? So this is a very important question and it should be kept in mind, because when we are buying the UWorld, we don't have these questions in mind, because nobody knows about the future. But let me put an example. If you are a med student, like who is currently in second year or third year of med school, then you are quite unpredictable about the circumstances that are going to be in your med school. Let's say you have your exams coming, you have your other assignments coming, then it becomes quite unpredictable. So if you are unpredictable about your exam, or if you are like in a little doubt that whether you can take the exam in next 6 months or not, then I would say buy a 1-year subscription, because the cost wise 6-month subscription would cost you $439 and the 12-month subscription would cost you like $539. So there is a $100 difference between these. But if you go on buying a 6-month subscription, and after 6 months you realize, oh my god, I haven't covered the UWorld yet and I want to extend the subscription, then the extension would cost like more than $100. Okay, if you buy a 6 months extension, then it would cost like $200 to $300. Okay, so that is why I'm saying, if you are like not sure, then buy a 1-year subscription. If you are in the med school, buy a 1-year subscription. But if you are a graduate, you are dedicated towards taking the exam in next 6 months, then buy the 6-month subscription. The third question is like how to attempt the UWorld. This is also an important question, because there are 2 modes of attempting the UWorld. One is called as a system wise, one is called as a random. In the random, you will get random question, like you have an anatomy question coming up from CVS, you have a pathology question coming up from, let's say, reproductive, you have some pharmacology from, let's say, neuro. So there are different questions, okay, in the random mode. But in the system mode, it is very nicely organized. Let's say you are covering the pathology, you are covering the anatomy, you are covering the embryology. So this is the system mode and this is the random mode. For IMGs, I would recommend go by the system mode, because system mode is more organized for the IMGs, and it would be easier for you to go by the system mode, because you read the theory from your first aid and you then attempt the UWorld in the system mode, and it would be nice and easy for you. The next question is like how much hours should you dedicate to the UWorld per day? Now, what I recommend for the step 1 is like if you have X amount of time per day, 60% of your time should go towards the first aid and 40% of your time should go towards the UWorld. So let's say if you are studying 10 hours per day, 6 hours are recommended for studying the first aid, revising it, and 4 hours for the UWorld. So this would be the general idea. The next question is about the passes, like how many passes of UWorld should you go, like whether you should go 1 pass, whether you should go 2 passes. Now, you know that step 1 is pass fail. Okay, this is a very important fact that should be kept in mind. So there is no idea of giving more than required time for the step 1. The ideal time for a graduate should be somewhere between 6 to 7 months, and for a med student it is variable. But if I talk about about the passes, your first pass should be super dedicated. Like you should read the explanation, you should read the learning objective, and you should kind of memorize it, or you should be serious about it. But your second pass in the UWorld should be more about the marked question and the incorrect question, because it's not like score. Okay, you have to pass the exam and you have to move through to the next stage, that is the step 2 CK. So don't waste time in going through the second pass if you have already done the first pass in a solid manner. In the second pass, you will just go through the incorrects and you will go through the marked questions, and that is how you conclude the UWorld. Okay. Now, these were the major things and major tips that I want to share about the UWorld thing. And let's talk about what should be a general idea or the overall strategy. Like how should you go to the UWorld for the 6 months period. Okay. Let's say this is a day 1 and you are starting the preparation and you are a graduate. Okay. You start with system, as I already told you, whether it is renal or SP or gastro, whatever system you like. You start with it. Now you have in your mind that in a month I have to complete at least 3 systems or 4 systems. Now you go on completing those 4 systems, you buy the UWorld 6 month subscription. Now you have your system theory done, and as I already told you, 4 hours per day to the UWorld, 6 hours to the first aid. Now those 4 hours you start doing, let's say, cardio, and 6 hours already you are studying the first aid, let's say the next system, which is MSK or neuro, whatsoever it is. Now side by side your first aid is going to be covered, and side by side your UWorld is finishing. So this is how I approach the UWorld, and this is how I recommend you to approach the UWorld. So this was all about the UWorld tips and tricks in this video. I will be making a separate video for step 2 CK. For more videos like this, to subscribe to the USMLE Sarthi channel, and the link is in the description box. Thank you.